And we are live. What is going on, Affiliate Marketing Syndicate? You guys make sure if you're jumping on here live, hashtag live, smash the love button. If you're jumping on the replay, hashtag replay. We're going to repurpose this for YouTube also. So you guys make sure and hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and drop any comments. And also hit the bell so you guys can get notified of all my awesome interviews with these top guys and all my videos. So let me introduce the man of Clickfunnels affiliates, and a good friend of mine, Spencer. It's Mecham, right?
Mecham.
I always say Mecham, and then I'm like, is it Mecham? Mecham. All right, Mecham. Spencer Mecham, man.
I've asked you twice and forgotten yours both times too.
It's Bache. So here we go, man. What's going on, everybody? You guys say what's up when you're getting on. And obviously make sure and hashtag live, hashtag replay. Let us know that you're tuning in. So I'm going to just go ahead and get into it, man. I know everybody wants to know all this, how Spencer did it, how all this crazy stuff, like what's your plan for the future. But like, I want to know like where Spencer Mecham came from, man, like where you were born. What was your childhood like? I mean, like, give me the whole full backstory of like your past, man. What did you like doing when you grew up? Did you play baseball? Did you have a dog? No. Anything?
I do love sports. I also hate baseball. But we'll go back. So I live in Utah. Actually, there's a lot of entrepreneurs, if you look out there, that come out of like the Utah, Idaho area. That's where Clickfunnels is based. A lot of the people that run Clickfunnels come out of Utah or from Idaho. Oh man, I'm really good at Monopoly. So I feel like I can beat anybody at Monopoly. I don't know if that has to do with being an entrepreneur or I'm really lucky, but like 30 plus games, I've never been beat. So Monopoly, we should have a big entrepreneur Monopoly night sometime if we all get in the same place. But yeah, I really feel like I'm just kind of I'm building a webinar right now. A lot of people know that. And I'm looking and, everyone's like, you need like the craziest story, like where you crawled out of a dumpster and like, you had like $2 million in debt and then you like, pulled the banana peel off your face and made some money, and like, I don't have a story like that. Like, I feel like I've been pretty regular my whole life and just graduated from college and it wasn't for me, at the end it was like the regular route wasn't for me and just started to do this crap and did it for a long time until it started to work.
What was the childhood? Were you born in Utah?
Yeah, so I'm a Utah boy through and through. Born in Utah. I've lived in Utah, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alaska, Hawaii.
Wow, Alaska.
Alaska. Yeah, so I've been a few places. I'm not totally like stuck in Utah, but pretty Utah born and bred.
So what was it like? You got any brothers or sisters? I mean, are you like an only child?
Oh man, so I have 4 sisters and that's it. So I've always said that kind of helps me get along with women a little better because that's all I was ever raised around. So my dad works. My dad's he was like on a film crew his whole life, so he'd be gone for like 3-6 months at a time doing these crazy videos in like Guatemala and stuff, making movies. So it was just my mom and 4 daughters and me. And so I've done it all. I've played dress up. I played with dolls. It was hard for me to come out of all that. But that's.
Are you the young? What's the order in there? Are you like?
So I got an older sister than me, and then 3 younger sisters that kind of stack up right after me.
So that's definitely put you in a category where you can get along with women pretty easily. So you were probably a ladies' man growing up.
No, growing up, I was a little too weird looking to be ladies' man. Maybe when I turned like 21, I finally like grew a little, and stopped looking like a shriveled little prune. And I'm married. That helped, right?
Absolutely. Well, buddy, I'm almost 6'3", like 205, and I was probably 5'4", 5, 6 up until I was almost like 17 years old. So, I mean, I was a real late bloomer.
Oh, you blew up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was a late bloomer in my life, but.
Oh, that's funny. No, yeah, I was like 5'2" till I graduated from high school. I was a little guy trying to play on the soccer team, and like people could like flick me over, you know. It's just couldn't compete till I grew up.
So where'd you go to college at?
BYU. So I went to college. I changed majors like 5 times. So I started as a computer science major, like 1 semester of computer science, 1 semester of information systems, 1 semester of information technology, 1 semester of marketing, and then I finished with a PR degree, and just couldn't find anywhere that I liked and enjoyed, you know. And in the end, the college actually said you can't change majors anymore. Like you have to stick with whatever you choose. So I went into PR, and I was like, I don't like PR either, but I was stuck in it. So just got the degree and hit the world.
So what year was it that you graduated?
I'm 15. So I started in like 2008 and graduated in 2015.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just trying to get a timeline of where we're at. And then, so you graduated, you obviously had some tech, background, and you had done some stuff with computers and things like that. So you had some kind of basic understanding. I mean, when I jumped into all this stuff, I really have zero tech skills, and, anything that has to do with programming, SEO, like cutting video up, none of it.
I honestly wouldn't say I did. Like I would say computer programming, like I was bad at that. Information technology, same thing, and got like C's and everything, like could not comprehend the functionality of a computer, I would honestly say I don't have tech. Like I was not good at tech coming out of college.
Well, hey, if you went through there and you got like C's, it's better than I mean, that stuff just was like a foreign language to me, man. I eventually, figure stuff out, but it just takes me a long time. But so 2015, you get done with BYU. Where does Spencer go from there?
Dude, I sucked after college. So I feel like I was always a big dreamer, I feel like my mom and dad were all like, oh, you're going to do so well, So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do great. I'm going to do great. And then I get out of college and it's like, how do I do great? Like, what does that even mean? And so I applied at a bunch of like local, like Utah's like a pretty big hub for a lot of like big businesses. If you heard of like Vivint, New Skin, Adobe, there's a lot of these big places that have big hubs in Utah. So I applied to all those. And dude, like some of them I'd get through like 5 interviews. Like I'd be interviewed 5 separate times, and then not get the job. And that's just nuts. Like I hate the companies that did that to me. But anyway, so I ended up not getting a job at any of those big corporate places, not getting accepted in any of those. So I'd take like an SEO job at just like an SEO agency that's close to my house, Oh, you lose me?
No. I don't know what happened. I think we're still good. You guys let me know if we're still good here.
Uh-oh. Looks good on my end.
Yeah, we're still good. All right. Sorry, man. It cut off. So I just want to make sure. Go ahead, man. Sorry. So you were interviewing 5 times. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, dude, those corporations are just frustrating, like what they're looking for and the stuff they'll put you through and then not give you a job. I had friends that would get through like 9 interviews and then just not get offered a job. And it's like, you just put me through like hell, and you gave me nothing at the end. So I'm bitter at the big companies, But anyway, I end up at just like an SEO company I think I made more in college than I made out of college. I didn't work as many hours, but I'm working at just a local agency, like the ground floor SEO guy, that's doing all the grunt work, doing all the like really, really boring SEO crap. And I did that for quite a while, like a year and a half-ish.
These things never work out right when you're trying. Sorry, buddy. You guys are hopping on, man. Make sure and say what's going on. Say hello to Spencer. Obviously, smash the heart button. We don't like the thumbs up. I keep trying to give everybody the Facebook likes the heart versus the thumbs up better for the algorithm.
The heart.
So. And you guys make sure and hashtag replay if you're on for the replay, hashtag live if you're on for the live. So So you get out of college, you're interviewing all these big corporations, man. I probably went through like one or two and I was like, forget this. And I ended up working for my dad because I just had no idea what I wanted to do. But so then you're just kind of like, where's your mind at this point in time? Are you thinking I'm going to end up being an entrepreneur, or where are you heading, and what direction?
Dude, I'm doing this entrepreneur stuff the whole time. Like I'm doing it, I'm just not doing it very good. So I think it was like 2014 when I actually am starting to get into the whole world of this, right? And in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, but in reality, I make more, for the work that I'm doing on my side hustles and stuff like that. And dude, there's this crazy journey where I've like tried everything. I've tried, stocks and real estate and doing agency and freelancing, and I'm doing all these things on the side. And, it's just like none of them's working for me. None of them's connecting with me. And so that's all kind of just happening simultaneously. I get home from work, the SEO company, and my wife was a job that stayed like 4 hours after mine. So I just come home and like put hours and hours into this side hustle crap, and this side hustle awesome stuff. And dude, that probably was like 3 years of that, like just side hustle going nowhere.
So like, I know, like before, like you and I really got to halfway know each other, I used to go through a lot of your videos and stuff like that. That's honestly how I connect with people. I just kind of, go find all their stuff and start like commenting and stuff like that. But I noticed a lot of your trading stuff and how you had done well with that in your YouTube videos and stuff. Like, when did that come along? Like, was that before a lot of the affiliate and Clickfunnels stuff, or? Because I know you had done pretty well with some, like, what was it exactly you were promoting at that point?
You cut out a little bit there. Can you say that last part of the question again?
Well, I know, like, at one point in time you were doing like stocks and stuff and trading, and you were making YouTube videos and promoting some stuff that way. Tell me when that came along and when you started like doing well with that. Because I don't know that a lot of people know that about you.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of like reliving that all right now. I'm trying to build my training, and I'm trying to go through and remember how all that process of YouTube worked, because YouTube was probably my first real big break. And I was promoting stock market stuff, and I was doing like AdWords and paid ads and all kinds of things to these stock market landing pages, trying to teach people about the stock market, because I'd gotten really into it and I enjoyed talking about it and things. But so somewhere along the lines, I decided to make a video to put on one of my landing pages, right? So I make this YouTube video that kind of goes along with it and teaches them how to do stuff. And I'm like, that's cool. And I post it on YouTube, but I'm planning on just embedding it, right? And then I go back and look, and I'm like, oh, I might as well like try to like do some YouTube stuff. Like, YouTube's a search engine, right? Can you hear me okay? Am I cutting out on you?
Yeah. It's your voice isn't cutting out as much as like the video feed kind of cuts out a little bit, but I don't know if it's the same for everyone else. Are you guys seeing him? Can you guys hear him? I don't know if it's
Be Live or what.
Might be that basement feed.
No, dude, my router's right here. Live okay on Facebook?
You guys let me know if you guys can hear Spencer all right and see Spencer all right. Sometimes this Be Live cuts on Spencer's video. Cuts on Spencer's video. I don't know what that means. All good here. All good. Got me. All right. We're just going to go with that, man. Keep rolling.
Let's keep rolling. But you can hear my voice okay?
Yep, I can hear your voice fine. The only thing that's ever cut out for me is the videos is a little choppy, but the voice is fine.
No one needs to see this.
Yeah.
That's fine. So anyway, yeah, I make this YouTube video, and I literally like knew nothing, right? So I like get on Google, and I'm like, how to make a YouTube video rank, and I get like a couple blog posts that are like, you need to have a description and you need to have these basic things and tags, and so I'm like, okay. So I go like fill out this, I go do these like basic things in my video and forget about it. And I'm still like pushing all these different things with my stock market website and spending money. And eventually it was like, I just blew a bunch of money. We've all done that. Like I just blew a ton of money and I didn't make any money. So I'm out. I'm going to pause this and like reconvene, figure out my life. And then one day commissions start rolling in like every other day. I start seeing these commissions from a course that I'm promoting. And I'm like, what the freak? And I'm like, that time, I don't know if you've ever had this where you're like, where's the money coming from? I have this all the time now, but that was the first time back then. And you're like going through you're like all the things you've done and you're like, where's the money coming from? And I come to realize it's this YouTube video about like how to, I think it was titled How to Read Stock Charts. And to this day, that's still like the leading YouTube and Google ranking video for how to read stock charts. And it was never meant to rank. But that kind of like opened up my mind, like, holy cow, like if I did, if I knew that little and was able to rank for this, and the video has like 200 and something thousand views now, like if I knew that little and was able to take this spot, like imagine what could happen, if I knew something.
So, and then it just started all coming together. So eventually, like you were promoting that. Were you promoting a lot of like different offers at that time? I mean, did you run through the gamut of the different type places like ClickBank and JVZoo, or did you find like Clickfunnels first and say, hey, I'm going to start that?
No, honestly, like I've never been big into any of those worlds. Like I do some of it. At that time, it was just stockbrokers and stock market courses. So I was just pushing everything stock market related. I had like 3 or 4 courses that I was pushing and a couple stockbrokers. And I feel like there was one other category that I was pushing, but that was it.
How did you find
so I wasn't really the way traditional affiliates are getting into, everyone always gets into the ClickBank, JVZoo, Warrior Plus world. And that wasn't like my intro into affiliate marketing. It was more like they're actually like pretty legitimate companies like that I had to work pretty hard to get connected to and applied to. And then,
Uh-oh.
Hey man, I can see you perfect.
Can you guys hear me?
You're looking great, but I can't hear a thing. I don't know. My speakers.
Can you guys hear me all right? Or let me know if you can hear me. It's kind of strange.
Dude, that's weird.
I'm back. Can you guys hear me now? Cut off. I can hear you both. They can hear me both. Spencer, can you hear me? Of course, that's going to happen. Spencer, can you hear me? Let me try and do this. Can you hear me now?
No. Can they hear you on Facebook? We could just go on to the chat if you want.
They can hear me. The live video.
They can hear you. It's so nuts, man. Let me plug in some headphones. No.
Think I trying to watch the UFC fight on Cody.
I can hear you now. Let's just go through these this old ghetto pair of headphones I had sitting here. Luckily,
this wouldn't be right with you, Spencer, if we didn't have some kind of technical difficulty.
I bought everything new so this wouldn't happen, and it just happens. I don't know why my speakers just stopped speaking.
Buddy, that's just kind of the way it rolls, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is how it rolls. So anyway, I can hear you good now through this like 6-year-old pair of headphones. Let's roll.
All right, cool, man. So you had been messing around with stocks and stuff. You made it big. You had done some cool things on YouTube and got some traction. And then at what point did you come across Clickfunnels and, decide that this is what I want to promote,
That's a good question. I think January or February of last year, so 2017, somewhere in there, I get introduced into ClickFunnels actually through my job. We have this consultant, and he's like, "You guys need a sales funnel," and I'm like, "I don't know what that is," but he's like, "You guys need to sign up for ClickFunnels," and so I go Google ClickFunnels, and sign up for a ClickFunnels account, and I didn't even know about the affiliate program or anything at that point, but somewhere in there, I start getting emails because they're doing that Expert Secrets launch, right? And I'm getting a bunch of like emails and seeing all this like hubbub about it. And I'm like, what the freak is going on here? Like, why are there all
I just had
that
to.
one wasn't me.
I was stuck, man. So I had to restart.
Okay, you're good. You're good. I could have restarted when I got stuck. Anyway, so I'm like, I want to figure out what this is. And I start to realize, oh my gosh, this is like an affiliate program. Like, oh, I'm doing affiliate marketing, and this is affiliate marketing that's happening to me right now. All these people pushing expert secrets. And this was like, they're pushing the pre-launch. It hadn't even launched yet. So I'm like, how do I get aboard this? You Google it pretty fast and you start to see boot camp and all that stuff pull up. And then it was like the night of the expert secrets launch when I like actually signed up for an account and started to like push it really hard. And I did really well with the launch. I did a bunch of crazy things, but like I did AdWords. I tell people when they were, for a while there, they were offering $20 for like $10, like, or what was it? Sell the book for $10 and get $20 from Clickfunnels. You remember that? Were you there then when they did that?
It was a little bit before me, but I've heard you talk about it before.
Yeah, it's like, okay. So I walk over to the college and just start handing out, like, hey, buy this book, here's a 20, buy this book, here's a 20. And it's like, that was like the easiest sell ever. People are like, okay, that doesn't make sense, but whatever. So I did that, and like I start to see my name on this leaderboard, and that like really gets you going. Like it really is a psychological thing. ClickFunnels knows that, and you're like, holy cow, like I'm on this random leaderboard, that's so cool. There's names on there I like recognize. So that's when I start like really pushing it hard and pumping money into ads and things like that. And for whatever reason, like the stuff I tried during the Expert Secrets launch really worked for me. And I'm so glad it did, because if it hadn't, I might have just been like, this program sucks, and like moved on to something else and forgot about it. But it worked. And so then in my head, it was like, I've got to I'm going to really run with this. And so that's when I like changed all my focus. I totally just forgot about that stock market website, went all in ClickFunnels, found out about the dream car, and history.
And how long ago exactly was that? Like
that was last February. So 18 months probably.
So a little bit over a year. It wasn't a long time ago. I mean, people think you've been doing this for I saw somebody put like 8 years. I was like, no.
Whoa. I've been doing, so I've been like dabbling in online marketing maybe for 8 years, maybe like 7 or 6, but yeah, affiliate marketing, maybe 3 or 4. And then ClickFunnels marketing, like year and a half.
Well, that's really cool. You guys make sure, sorry about all the technical difficulties. Usually like it goes pretty well. It seems like Spencer is the one who has the technical difficulties, and he's kind of put it on to this interview with us.
Dude, I'll take full blame. That is so strange.
The one when you were in the hammock, and it was like making that just crazy, loud noise, and you just were talking for 5 minutes.
Oh, dude, 7 minutes I talked and no one could hear me. And I was doing it on my phone, so I couldn't see the comments, and then I was like, I better go double check. And I log in, and there's just 12 comments. And I was like, I feel so stupid.
And then you guys don't know this, but all of a sudden one day I'm just sitting here and Spencer's got a live YouTube video that pops up on YouTube, and I jump on there and I'm the only one on there. I think maybe one other person got on there, and I'm like, Spencer, what are you doing? And he's talking to his wife and talking to his daughter.
That was my fault. I found out. So I forgot to mark it as unlisted. So yeah, it sent a notification to followers. I was just testing it to see if it would work for a 10-minute interview, and I was like, okay, it works. Let's just leave it here while we make sure it can run for 10 minutes. And then you got the full scope of my bathroom.
Well, I just got to spend a little family time with you guys, so it was cool.
Yes,
man.
You did.
So it was all good. So, getting into the ClickFunnels, you guys make sure, obviously, I want you to always hashtag live, say what's up. If you guys have any particular questions, my son got stung by a wasp today, and he's trying to FaceTime me to show me his wasp sting. So he's like, let me know when you're done. That's the one that I did the screen flow video on YouTube. I told you he was catching up on you.
Oh yeah, that guy. I'm allergic to wasps, so I can relate to that son.
So You started pushing out the YouTube videos. You obviously, most of a lot of your stuff. I'm not going to, Catlin wanted me to ask you this, and I was very curious. How much do you think does the YouTube videos do for you overall? I mean, obviously he was like, how many, particular ClickFunnels signups do you think came from YouTube? I was thinking you don't really probably measure it as much as Catlin does, so you probably don't know exactly.
I wish I could. I can't remember if you know this, but my dashboard is broken. So like I hit this point where I was getting I hit like 1,000 affiliates and my dashboard stopped working, and then I was able to log in, but just to like the today view, and then like a few affiliates past that, it broke totally. So I can't log into my dashboard. So I have no idea. But based on what I saw before that, I would say I got like between 100 and 150 affiliates through YouTube. Total YouTube, I've probably done 6 figures. I had a video about Bitcoin last year that did about 50,000, just one video.
Wow.
Stock market stuff's brought in like probably 5 to 10,000. So yeah, total definitely 6 figures from YouTube, but ClickFunnels in particular, probably 100 to 150, and I've probably made 30, maybe 40,000 off that.
Wow, that's a ton, man. I mean, shoot, you basically got at least one portion of the dream car. I mean, I would say you have like 25 dream cars in reality, but that's not really the way it works.
Yeah, it's funny. I tell people though that it's like when I'm teaching that strategy, it's like this is just one of the strategies I'm going to teach you, but like there are multiple strategies in here that just focusing on that one thing, like I did that one thing and then I would move on, but just focusing you on that one thing could get you the dream car. Like just the YouTube stuff or just the AdWords stuff, like that alone can get a dream car for someone.
So you seem like you had you were like kind of you doing a little bit of both. Like that was kind of your organic strategy. And then, you used the AdWords as like your paid strategy.
Yeah, it was more of like
is that the way you would like, is that what you would tell people to do if they were really trying to go for the dream car, or they were just pushing affiliate marketing altogether?
Yeah, I guess that depends on their budget. I actually never spent, I never spent any money of my own on the whole ClickFunnels affiliate program ever. I started doing organic, and then, I took the money that I was making from organic and I used that for ads. And then as it started to grow, I took all that money and used it for more paid ads, and so I was pushing organic. And then once I had money, that was going into ads, and then they both started to grow simultaneously. But even like right now, I'm pulling minimal money out of the business and out of my affiliate program money and keeping it, and like vast majorities of my money go right back. And I think that's what helped me to grow a lot faster than a lot of people, is the tendency to wait. Like, I'm going to wait 45 days or wait a while and see how the numbers match up and stuff like that, And for me, it wasn't that. It was like every time a penny came in, it got invested into paid ads. If those worked, great, more money. If they didn't work, great, try something else. Like, it was just, I never pulled money out of the business for like the first year.
So what exactly, what are some of the other, just like, we're going to throw out some of the other things that you promote out there that you actually do pretty well with?
So I have what I call my 5 core programs. And I can never remember the 5th one. So the ClickFunnels is obviously the biggest one. I promote Builderall for people that want like easy web builders and things and are going for like more of an all-in-one solution. So I personally don't use that, but I'll promote it to people that aren't sold on ClickFunnels or whatever, or don't want WordPress or whatever, because I use WordPress and ClickFunnels for all that. But ClickFunnels, Builderall, I use ActiveCampaign for email marketing, and I promote that really heavily. So that's probably my 3rd one. And then Opesta, which is the messenger bot software. And then the 4th one is hosting. I promote Bluehost. And between those 5, that's probably like what I consider my core. I've got a bunch of like random things that I do in email sequences and things like that. But I really, by the end of this year, or at least the end of next year, my goal is to have like an income coming in from each of those 5 affiliate programs, a self-sustaining income. So, if ClickFunnels goes boom or something, or Builderall goes boom, I've got other incomes that I can rely on. So right now I've got that with ClickFunnels and Builderall. Active campaign is getting there. It's probably maybe halfway, a third of the way there. Opesta is further behind, and then Bluehost is like the most behind because I haven't pushed it as much as I'm planning on. So, but that's the plan.
So basically, you're pushing a lot of like continuity type affiliate offers where it's like people sign up and then they keep that and they just like, so you get paid from it every month, no matter if you put a certain amount of money in to say AdWords or something like that. Like you push it to where like it's not just a one sale, it's a consistent every single month deal.
Yeah. And I'll talk about this a lot on the webinar. Like I got into the world of JVZoo and stuff, and I was getting those emails every day. Like, you made $17.99, and so-and-so sent you like $21.99. You're like, yeah. But it just, in my head, it was like, okay, but all it takes is like my email sequence to shut off. Like if I don't keep feeding this beast, if I'm not constantly feeding this beast, the money turns off just like that. And I didn't like that. I've always, like, my pursuit has always been passive income, not just like a lot of income, but like passive income. And so none of that ever felt passive to me. Like these one-time products, even like the higher ticket ones, they don't really feel passive, And so it's more like recently, probably the last like few months, where I started to settle in and like hone in on the products that I really want to promote, mostly because like ClickFunnels, it's really cool that you can shut down, leave your business for 6 months and never see a single glitch in your income because you've chosen the correct products. Whereas if you're promoting like JVZoo and Warrior Plus and you shut down and disappear off the grid for a few months, your income turns off like that.
Yeah.
So
all of a sudden I feel like you're just like as clear as can be. It's like the HD kicked in.
Dude, you are too. I don't know why the headphones fixed anything.
You whipped out the old headphones and all of a sudden everything's really nice now, buddy. I love it.
Oh, dude, I just realized what happens looking up too. My AirPods kicked in. My AirPods, for whatever reason, connected into the computer, and that's what was going on, I think. Anyway, cool.
So getting into the program, man, we got the 9-5. Let's quit the job. You guys, obviously, I got to stop every now and then. You guys make sure and smash the heart button, that heart button. And because we want as many people to check out this interview as possible, we want as many people to find this. You guys make sure #live. If you guys are getting some extra value, make sure and #value, because Spencer's, he kind of gave us a little glimpse into his childhood. He didn't give us a ton, but it was nice to, get a little background on Spencer growing up with 4 sisters. That's crazy. I grew up with 3 brothers. So
that's crazy.
You guys make sure and there you go. Hit the love button and make sure and #value to let me know you're getting value from this. So getting into the course, you had Affiliate Secrets 1.0, and now we're moving on to 2.0. So give me some of the differences that are going to be happening from the 2 programs and how it's a big step up.
Yeah, 1.0 was launched because I won the dream car, and suddenly I was getting questions every day, right? Like, hey, can you coach me? Can you like show me, how did you do it? Blah, blah, blah. And it was like, like one, it's like, I've got to do something with all these people asking, right? And the easiest way to do it is to create a course. But it was kind of like put together as I was learning still. Like I was still very much in the figuring out stage, And so I put together 1.0, and if you watch it, you'll kind of see that it's built over time. It's a little scattered. I changed, some strategies people ask about. I'm like, oh, I actually don't do that anymore. So that was one reason I want to go to 2.0, to get like an upgraded version of everything that I'm doing now. And then the second reason was I had a lot of beginners that were requesting like, oh, this is awesome, this Affiliate Secrets, but it wasn't really built for beginners. It was built for like intermediate, like people that had taken the ClickFunnels bootcamp and had already like started to get into affiliate marketing. We're already trying to, do it. And I had a few beginners buy the course, and they were like 3 videos in or 4 videos in, and they're like, honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, okay, so I need to take a step back and like give this big picture for beginners to be able to start, and from start to finish be able to start their affiliate marketing journey or whatever. And so that was the whole idea behind 2.0. And then the second thing was I really wanted I've learned a lot of traffic sources, but I also really wanted to I've made like a lot of connections over time, and I wanted, these connections are like super good at specific things like Facebook groups and, Instagram and things. And I was like, I have a guy that runs my Instagram. So that's not really in Affiliate Secrets 1.0. There's like a little bit on it, but it's like the guy that's running my Instagram knows a lot more than I do, So I wanted to bring all those guys in. And so I got like 4 or 5 crazy experts that, I had to pay a bunch of money to, basically, to be able to teach sections inside of my course. And that's going to be a huge part of 2.0 is I'm going to teach you how to set up an affiliate marketing business. And then I'm going to teach you, eventually I'm going to teach you every traffic source you can possibly get to push traffic into that, funnel or that program that you set up. So that's the whole idea of 2.0 is it's much more like overreaching, big picture, and teaches you from start to end. Whereas Affiliate Secrets 1.0 is more of like, missed a lot of the beginning and missed a lot of the end, I think.
I just want to get a quick question because I thought this was interesting. Paul Allen asked, how successful was 1.0 for you? How well did you do with that?
As far as like financially?
Yeah.
It did probably like, I wish I knew, somewhere in the range of $100,000. I think we had like 300 to 350 sales. But the price, like it launched at $100 and then ended up like at 500, I think. And so the price, was all anywhere between there.
Was that all organic, like through affiliates and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I ran Facebook ads for like 2 weeks. I did like 15 or 20 sales through Facebook ads. And then it was all done organically through affiliates, through word of mouth, through my Facebook group. So yeah, I probably spent like $400 on Facebook ads. It was awesome, man.
You gotta love Facebook groups, man.
Yeah, you really do. And like, you gotta love affiliates. Like, it was so cool. And that's why I did the 50% commissions. Like, I was originally gonna be 40, and then I was like, my affiliates are crushing it. Let's just make it a total rev share. And like, they promote, I create the course, and then together we get the money. So this has been really cool.
So tell me about some of the people who are going to be on this 2.0 so people can get excited about going and see it. Obviously, I didn't know if you were completely done the way you were talking, and like maybe there's still going to be some stuff added along. You're still working on getting some more sources for it, or what's going on?
I am. I mean, I'm trying to, I'm working on it, and some people are like kind of pulling out last second and stuff. So the end goal is to have somebody in every category promoting or teaching a course. But right now we've got Facebook ads. It's taught by a guy in Russell Brunson's inner circle. He runs a 6-figure Facebook ad agency. We've got Pinterest, and that's taught by a friend of mine's wife. I had no idea how to do Pinterest.
That's actually really cool, man. I mean,
it is, right? Like,
is it going to be like a successful affiliate program? I mean, you feel like that's going to be a valuable source for that particular?
Dude, she gets 50,000 visitors to her website every month through Pinterest alone, and she's only been doing it for like a year. So as far as like traffic, yeah, Pinterest is one that I think, one, it's like no one else is doing it, so it's this blue ocean, right? And then 2, it's got a huge audience that I think most of us don't even realize. So yeah, I got her teaching Pinterest. I got hopefully right now he's got a little silent like we talked about, but Johnny West teaching Facebook groups. So he's made 7 figures off his Facebook group this last year. So he'll be teaching how to create a group and bring traffic from it. Oh man, Instagram is taught by the guy that runs my Instagram. That
would be Josh Ryan.
Josh Ryan. For everyone that doesn't know him, he also does a lot of Clickfunnels Instagram. So cool guy from New Zealand.
Russell Brunson's. So Spencer and Russell got a connection.
Spencer and Russell, yeah. But yeah, he's a cool guy.
He is. Josh is great.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that, and then I'm just kind of, I have a lot of connections, and I'm trying to swing different deals with all of them. Like, hey man, how can I get you to teach this section? I know this a little bit, but I'm not like a specialist on it. I consider myself a real specialist on search of kind of all types. But other things I either outsource or I haven't tried, and I'd love to give people the opportunity, to do that. So that's the idea behind it, is like the real goal is like, if you want to do affiliate marketing and you're serious about it, this is the last course you'll ever have to buy on it, is kind of the end all goal.
That's the end all goal. What about the SEO and the websites and
Oh, okay. So the
WordPress?
one thing SEO I will not teach because I bought Greg's course. You talked to him the other day, and it's a crazy good course. And he's, I don't think I could compete with him because he's all in on SEO. So no, you're right. If you want to go the SEO route, his is the course, and I probably won't be adding that to mine. I'll be doing YouTube SEO, but not Google.
Did you see his new software that he came out with?
I did. Video Fire. Yeah, he's been talking to me about
it. Buddy, I'm pumped about it. What do you think?
I haven't looked a ton into it. It's kind of different than my strategy. So his strategy on YouTube is he has a bunch of different YouTube accounts, and he pumps tons of videos into a lot of them. And I think my YouTube is more of a branding play. Like it's transitioned into more of a branding play. And so I, rather than pumping a ton of videos onto a bunch of channels, I've started to hone in on one channel with like high quality like videos every couple of days. And that's not to say his won't work, because I think it will work and it'll crush it, but not for what I'm trying to do with the branding and stuff like that. But a lot of affiliates don't want the branding. They just want to make money online, and they don't want to be pumping out their own videos and sitting in front of a camera and stuff. So it'll do really well.
I figured you could play it both ways. I mean, for me, it's like I'll steadily. I've built a mass paid SERP site, and I'll steadily pump some out, and then eventually I'll do my own blog. But as far as my YouTube channel, I'll still stay with the branding aspect of it. But if I can somehow use that software to help me out in any way, I will definitely take advantage of it. I mean, I build backlinks to my videos with Money Robot, and it helps. So it's better.
No,
I guess it's better than going out and buying backlinks,
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not totally familiar with all that the software does. And I did a ton of crazy things with my original channels. I've kind of gotten scared to do a lot of those things now, like nervous because my channel's getting bigger, and so like some of like the more black hat techniques kind of scare me, because in the beginning I was just doing everything you could imagine, like what do I have to lose? And now it's like, oh, I have stuff to lose.
Well, now you've become such a big brand. So I'm gonna answer a question here. William Bryant, do you have any employees, VAs, etc., or are you a one-man team?
I have one full-time VA. She does all kinds of things. Her specialty is graphic design, but I brought her in with the understanding that she'd be doing some graphic design and then a lot of like random stuff. So she'll build some funnels for me. She'll like funnel hack. She'll do images. She does all my YouTube SEO. She does all my Instagram imaging. Just kind of like a lot of random stuff. And we just work on Asana together, and I'll assign her random tasks all the time.
So what was the moment you realized, Paul Allen says, what was the moment you realized time to quit your job because you're going to be successful at this?
Dude, that was like when I won the car in October, but at the job I was at, like I had a good relationship with people. And when I had signed on to the job, I had promised them that I would stay for at least a year. That was one of the questions. They were like, you look like you change jobs a lot, which is like what a lot of us do. I think they're like, are you going to stay here for like, how long are you going to stay here? And I was like, I'll guarantee you a year. And after that, who knows? So in October, I was only 8 months in. So even though I was like, I could quit right now, I gave them the last 4 months, stayed till I'd been there for a year. And then like on my year mark, I quit. So October to February was like that tough time where you're like just wanting to get into it, and you just want to do it full time, but you can't because you still got the job and you still got the commitments and stuff.
Cool. So you guys obviously, ask any questions. If I don't answer them right now, hopefully we can come back and answer them in the comments later. #live. Make sure and smash the love button. I'm not going to hold Spencer on too much longer. Just had a couple more questions. So if somebody's looking, okay, we got some different levels of people who, are affiliate marketers. You got some people who have been relatively successful, maybe already started doing some things. And then you got the complete beginner, I don't know what to do. Maybe even the person who's like, I don't have any money. They're about to spend their last couple dollars on your program. is this a program that can help them jump in either organically or paid wise or both and be successful?
Yeah, and that's the whole goal of it, is like to teach people to start organically and then to go from there. So it'll teach. I mean, I talked a little about this earlier. It teaches all the traffic methods in the end, but like YouTube and Instagram, totally organic, totally free. Start getting into it with YouTube and Instagram. And then it also has like a small Facebook section. So you start with those, you start getting some money, and then you start reinvesting that money into the paid stuff, you know. And I tell everyone this up front, but still people will message me about this. It's not going to be like a, you know, you're going to be making good money in the next 30 days. You might not make any money in the first 30 days. It's definitely a long game, but the whole program is geared around getting you to where you can first quit your job and then eventually quit your site, you know, quit totally and be totally passive. So it's geared around people that are willing to put in a lot of work for, you know, 6 months, a year, or even a few years in order to build a completely passive income in the long haul.
Awesome. Cool, man. Well, you know what? I'm just not going to pitch a big affiliate link right now. I'm going to do that like after on a separate post, because I realize it doesn't get a bunch of hits. I just wanted everyone to like get a good interview from Spencer, kind of get a little bit more knowledge maybe you didn't get from him before, some value, a backstory or two. So one day I'm coming out there and we're going to, are you a snowboarder or a skier?
Snowboarder, dude. We'll go boarding for sure.
Well, I won't be going boarding, but I'll bring my skis out and we'll definitely go
We
skiing.
can do that too.
So I'm a skier. I'm a pretty good. I got my own skis and stuff like that.
Oh
so,
yeah, come on out, man. Greatest snow on earth.
So I'm excited to eventually maybe we'll do a little cool mastermind, and you know, a couple of us will just come out there and hang out and have a good time. So
That'd be awesome.
You guys, I appreciate everyone for being on. I'm going to let Spencer pitch one more time, you know, the live webinar. Tell us what's going to happen on this. Tell us when it is. Give us the full gambit. Yeah,
I'm going to give you one caveat. My battery is at 5% right now, and I'm doing this. Like, where did I put my charger? So if I die, I die, and that's that. But it's going to be on September 5th. So the whole thing is built around the idea. Like, I've thought of this for like years, like quitting your job on September 5th because it's 9/5, right? So the whole thing is built around like basically turning the world into your office. Whatever your new office is, wherever it is that you want to be doing your work. The idea is we're going to get you a roadmap to be able to get there. Okay, so that I have a ton of people reach out and they're just kind of overwhelmed, right? And they're like, I don't know. There's so many like things happening and so many people doing affiliate marketing so many different ways, and I don't know where to start or like, you know, how I should structure all this, and they kind of just flounder. So the idea is to take a step back and show people like the exact route, so they have a plan that can take them to quitting their job and then to getting a passive income, and then they just need to focus on that plan. And obviously there'll be a course launch afterwards, but the goal is that anybody that watches the actual webinar will be able to come away with, even if they don't buy the course or whatever, you know, they'll be able to come away with the roadmap in their head of what they need to do. And there'll be all kinds of fun things. Like I'm giving away some ear pods and I'm doing like 4 or 5 different giveaways. I'm giving away a coaching call on the webinar. So hopefully it'll be just a fun time for people to come and we can all kind of talk together and it'll be fun. I'm at 2% now, by the way.
Cool. Well, you guys all thank Spencer for coming on. # thank you, Spencer. Well, I appreciate it. You guys make sure and go out there and keep taking action, keep being consistent, and never give up. You guys have an awesome night. Thank you for being on. Peace out.
See you, Lindsay.